Hello and welcome to Bitcoin Smart Money. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and my new favorite AntShares. So one of the things I see with Bitcoin is the trend is definitely weakening. It tells me that we're not convinced about that move up to 3,000. We've probably got a little bit more sideways movement to go, possibly down, maybe a few hundred points, probably 100 points or so, 150 points. But we've got higher lows, lower highs, and we've got some contraction of price. And what that tells me, when the trend crests like it has over here, it tells me that it's a little bit more bearish than it is bullish here for the midterm. So I favor a little bit more of a downside move for Bitcoin. It's not necessarily bad, but volume has shrank up, and we've got the contraction in price like I spoke about. So we're going to probably test 2,400, but if we do take out 2,600, I'd be willing to reevaluate, especially with some good volume. So that would be really where I sit with Bitcoin. Let the price kind of dictate things, but the key with my signal is that it's below this cyan line, which means it really tells me that the trend is weakening. This also tells me that volume has shrank. And when volume shrinks, the trend is weakening, tells me that we have some bearish times coming. It's not going to be long-lived because I do believe that we will go and test 3,000. However, over the short term, I don't think we're going to be there. Ethereum, it's somewhat similar to Bitcoin. However, the other day, the move down was met with some serious selling action. From the 22nd to the 26th, we had a lot of sellers. And then on the move up from the 27th to 28th and the 29th, it was on less volume. And the sell of the long players tells me that they're lessening their buy strength. And with that, I also think that there's a lot of new people that are stepping into Ethereum. However, they're not stepping in with the amount of action that the sell pressure put forth. So I also feel very bearish here midterm, short term, about Ethereum. I think that thing to note was that on the 27th, the move up was met with about half of the volume that occurred on the move down, which is right around over here. So this move up, it just wasn't on the volume that we would like to see for Ethereum to reach that 300 plus move where it made to 400 a few weeks back. So 325 definitely needs to be cleared for me to feel bullish about Ethereum. But if we break 275 on the downward move here, I definitely think we're going to hit 240 or even lower. So I think that's probably the most important thing to watch. We've got the trend weakening, and we've got price kind of contracting as well. So that's kind of where I stand with Ethereum. Lastly, AntShares talked about on June 26th, kind of in this time frame here. It took a little bit more of a dive just to get all that sell pressure out of it. That was in the, I think, $4.50 to $5.25 range. However, once it had those sellers step out, it came hard, and we've made about a 75% gain here from the 26th to now the 30th. So that's 4 days. We've got some sideways movement here, which is kind of good. We've got a consolidation of price. However, I think if we hit 1025 to the upside, 932 area looks like a good support area, which is going to be this 0.0035. So I see us consolidating here in the 0.0035. Volume is shrinking. We're going to either probably make another test up and then fail. However, it does look interesting, and our 70% gains here from the 26th look extremely good. The last one that I have no position on right now, however, I think it's very interesting, is waves. I like the fundamentals behind what the technology does. However, on the chart, we see a rounding top. And with that rounding top, I think it has a little bit more sell pressure to get out of it before it looks like a good buy. I'll keep you guys posted on when I look at that buy. However, you can see here on the move up, it was on some real good volume. We've had our rounding top, some big sell pressure there on the 25th. And then, as of right now, it looks like it still has a little bit more ways to go in this maybe 13 range. And then from there, it looks like possibly I might step in and make a buy. If you have any questions, hit me up on the DM. You can catch me at BTC Smart Money and my Facebook business page.